What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Plus Club on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we play the games offered to us on PlayStation Plus throughout the month, and at the end of the month we talk about it. The games we played this month were Little Big Planet 3 and Not a Hero, and a quick reminder to play Alien Nation, our game of the month. Not much time left to play that, so make sure to play that. Come back for Tasty Cast episode 24. We'll be talking about that. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy. And I'm Chris.
And let's jump into it. So the first game we're going to talk about is Not a Hero. Now, if you didn't play this game, Not a Hero is another Devolver game of hyper-violence. 2D perspective, you run from room to room, shooting people and taking cover, essentially. I mean, that's pretty much the whole game. Of course, there's a couple more details to it. But what was your guys' impression of Not a Hero?
So, it was okay. I think the controls are fine, the gameplay's fine, but I think it lacks a lot of depth. So after a few matches and unlocking a few characters and kind of experimenting with the new perks and stuff they get, I didn't really feel like they differed all that much, and I found myself getting bored because it started feeling really repetitive. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a bad game. It doesn't work for me. So I don't know. I think it needs something to be. It doesn't feel complete. It doesn't feel like a complete game to me. So.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. I played it, and at first when I played it, I felt like I was like, yeah, I pretty much get it. Played it a little bit more, and a little. There's a little bit more to it, but the big thing is it lacks depth. It doesn't have. It's not a deep game in any way. It is very much a Devolver game in its hyper-violence and quirky atmosphere. But the whole time I was playing it, I just kept thinking this would... Obviously, it should be on anything, but it reminded me of a mobile game. It reminded me of something that should be on, like, iPhone. The controls are really simplistic. You run left and right. You hit a button to slide. You can knock people down and shoot them with the shoot button, or get behind cover and shoot people and then reload. So I feel like that could definitely be on a phone. And just because of how simple it was, it feels like it'd almost be better to, like, kind of pull out and do a level real quick on your phone and then put your phone away. The characters were interesting. I unlocked like 2 or 3 of them, but not that different. I did prefer the girl over the rest of them just because she can reload while running, and I love mobility in games, so I like the idea of while I'm running away while people are shooting at me, I can be ready to fight them again. And yeah, I mean, I think a big thing that would kind of contribute to this game being a little more interesting to me if there was like some kind of skill tree, even basic. Reload faster or something. Obviously, the new characters that you unlock are for that, and it's a Devolver game, so I don't expect too much from it. But overall, I thought it was cool. It just, like you, didn't hold my attention.
I actually really like this game.
Really?
Yeah. It is very simple. I will give you guys that. But I do feel like the characters are unique in each their own way. Like, you get the base character. He's got a pistol, run speed's normal, nothing unique about him. The second guy you get has a shotgun, so it's a lot easier to kill enemies up close, but he has a really long reload speed time. Third character is a lady, like you were saying. She runs and shoots at the same time. She runs and reloads at the same time. The downside of that is if you're running, her aim is like all over the place. I actually got the fourth character, Jesus, from The Big Lebowski, and he runs really, really fast.
That's weird.
Yeah, he's very like quick. He's got like an Uzi, so it's kind of like really quick to unload. And his executions, which I use the most on him, are unique because when you slide into an enemy, you knock him on the ground. His execution is he just jumps over them, shoots them, and just keeps going.
Why is he so agile? It's so weird. If it's based off him.
I don't know.
It's the Jesus, man.
Yeah, and when he dies, he pulls a little martini, drinks it, and collapses. But I don't know. It is very simplistic. But I did enjoy it a lot because I really like simplistic games sometimes. They really hold my attention every now and then.
I definitely think there's room for that, though, because there's so many games out there that have so much shit to do in them. Like, every little thing on the map, all these side quests, skill trees that you're just leveling and leveling to get more and more out of, and like new weapons and shit. It is kind of nice every once in a while just pick up a game and just play it and get what you want out of it and be done with it. I mean, like... like what I said before, I liked this game. The reason I say it doesn't hold my interest is because like I don't find myself wanting to go back and play it. But if I am playing it, I do enjoy it. Like when while I was playing earlier, I was having fun with it. I just want to play Neo. I just want to play Neo. Neo does everything right.
A game with depth.
Yeah.
And the characters again are still diverse in like what they do, like actions wise. So like executions are different for each character, and I found out that if you don't reload, because there's a reload mechanic in the game, and you slide to execute people, you do melee executions. So the main character, he pistol whips the guy to death, and it takes a little time. And you're vulnerable during that time. I don't remember what the shotgun guy. I didn't do his, but the girl, she just walks around and just snaps their necks and just keeps going.
Yeah, I didn't see really any of those. What'd you guys think of the art style and the music?
Nothing to write home about music-wise I can think of, because it
me
doesn't really
neither.
pique my
Me neither.
interest.
Devolver always has really good music in their games, and this game probably is the weakest soundtrack that I've seen in a Devolver game. I mean, like, the Hotline Miami games have amazing soundtracks, and even like...
Mother Russia Bleeds.
yeah, that game has a cool soundtrack. It's really dark and just kind of brooding.
But even for a simplistic game in that one too, the combat has some depth to it, so it becomes a little more entertaining. Plus the whole draining people and either choosing to heal or buff, and it's not like it's super deep, but it has something more to do.
Yeah, this game definitely reminds me more of like Hotline Miami in the sense that you're just running in and shooting people, and if you die, you have to restart. The thing with Hotline Miami, I like a lot those. The amount of people you can unlock, but also the chaotic nature of how quick you can fucking die.
Yeah.
Like in an instant. And it starts becoming like muscle memory. We're just running in and you're not even really playing based off what you're seeing anymore. It's just what didn't work before, and your muscle memory's like, okay, that didn't work. But yeah, but the visuals in this game I think are fun. I always love the way Devolver does pixel art essentially. And I think this game, even with the chick with the coat on when she ran, it like flaps in the wind and stuff. And I don't know, they really get the most out of pixels that you can get. I mean, I think it's pretty neat the way it looks.
Yeah, that looked fine. A little plain.
Yeah,
But
comparatively to their other games, though,
Yeah.
it is absolutely plain.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I think it would be better at home on like a mobile thing, because it wouldn't take much. I mean, like Mother Russia Bleeds, they do a lot with the fucking pixels in that game.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. Half the time, I'm like, how the hell are they doing this with pixels?
No, for sure. But I do agree that it is neat, even with the basic design, like visual of it. The animations are really good. So, and I never found an issue with the controls or anything like that. I found that every time I died, it was totally my fault, which is how these kind of games should be, anyways. So I never felt like the game was cheating me. I screwed up.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
Yeah.
That look good?
I thought it was really fun. For a pixel game, it didn't feel like a pixel game playing it, because like you guys said, the animation is just so smooth and well done. I just like this game a lot, actually. The more I think about it.
Who would you suggest it to?
Casual gamers.
Really?
Yeah. Someone who's not looking for something super challenging, but like as the levels get up, they get a little more challenging here and there. Just someone who's looking to like kill some time.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. I also think if you're a fan of any of the Devolver games, pick it up or play it right now. It's in the similar vein as the rest of their games. And if you like Endless Runners, I got a weird Endless Runner vibe to it. It's not an Endless Runner, of course, but you are just kind of cruising through and shooting things, and I got kind of a weird vibe, Endless Runner vibe from that. And yeah, anyone who, even though it is casual, I think there is a slight challenge there, specifically when you get further into it. So if you are somebody who wants to have to like change up their tactics or whatever in certain situations, definitely check it out. Platformers too, if you like platformers.
Yeah, I would say if people who specifically are like into indie games, I think this will
Definitely
fit right in for you. And I also think people who like the idea of roguelikes, but they're a little too frustrating for them, this is kind of a light version of that, I think. So just with less consequences and stuff.
Yeah. All right, let us know in the comments what you thought of Not a Hero, or if you haven't played it, let us know if it sounds interesting to you. You're gonna go check it out. Does not sound like something you'd play. You don't give a fuck. Let us know. The second game we played this month was Little Big Planet 3. Obviously, the sequel to the Little Big Planet games. I was actually really surprised to see this game come up on here because it's a AAA high-profile game. It's kind of cool to see that. For people who don't know somehow, Little Big Planet is a platformer, 2D perspective 3D platformer that really pushes creativity, and not just in the way they make the game, but the way they allow you to make the game. They allow you to create pretty much anything you want through their creative tools, and even in the game itself allow you to like put stickers on things and interact with things in a way that's really really kind of gets your brain going. What do you guys think of Little Big Planet 3?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I love the Little Big Planet games though. It was a lot of fun. There's new characters in it, although I didn't get to play them, but they all have unique attributes.
That was one thing I actually really, not to cut you off, but that's one thing I really enjoyed about it is I didn't even know there was fucking new characters in the game, and then you showed me, I was like, oh shit, and they all have their own things, and they're all cool looking, and like that, it brought a whole new flavor to it.
They have their own little cosmetics, and if everybody knows, I'm a cosmetic whore, and this game has nothing but cosmetics in it.
And stuff from your last experiences in Little Big Planet 1 and 2 carry over.
Yep. I really like making my character look like Ziggy Stardust as much as I can.
Fair.
Because they have a Sackboy skin for it. But
Ziggy Sackboy.
Yeah. I don't know. It's games like this where you can really like be completely interactive with the entire environment really pique my interest along with all the cosmetic stuff. It's a fun, casual little game.
That was one thing that kind of... I've been a fan of the series since they came out. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like them. They have an absolute unique charm to them. Playing this again reminded me of how I do like these games, and their brand of platforming is so different than normal platformers. There's this sense of like exploration and finding little nooks and crannies, and like the multi-level being able to go back and forth in areas brings a whole new level to it, and just how creative they are. But one thing I did notice is I'm not a big... If I've ever had an issue with these games, it's I always play them by myself, and I don't really like them by myself too much. These games are like a really good like social experience. It's a fun game to even playing with some random guy that I invited into my or allowed in my game. It made for an interesting time. There's a lot of tools in the game to be able to kind of communicate, whether you're backhanding people, grabbing them, and trying to pull them off cliffs because I'm trolling like a motherfucker apparently. It just has a very, very unique charm to it. I dug it.
I do agree. It's a very unique game, and I also have nothing but respect for it. It has its own personality for sure. There's another platformer that feels like it. Not my type of game, though. I really had a hard time playing it. I never, like, at any point in time, was like, oh, man, this game sucks. So I don't feel that way. The whole time I was playing, I was like, this is neat, but, like, it's doing nothing for me, essentially. And I even tried the creator to make my own level, and
people make some crazy shit in there, too.
And they have to be pretty patient, I imagine, because the controls for that are so... The whole time I was like, just give me a mouse. Like, this would be so much easier. I think it's super neat. But I don't think I'd be revisiting it.
That is one thing that I kind of struggle with the series though too, is as much as I do like it, enjoy it, I think the nature of being able to go back and forth in different lanes essentially on a 2D perspective platformer, and just the amount of fucking shit in the game almost overwhelms me. And not like in a negative way, like, oh my god, I can't handle this, but like I'm just like, oh, I don't got fucking time for this, man. I just want to go through this level. I just want to fucking play Mario. But then again, I look at a lot of things. I was like, they really crafted their own fucking game here that anybody can play. I was playing. I was like, children can fucking play this game. I mean, like, it just really, it has something for everyone. You don't have to find every single thing, but like, I'm just like, oh god, I gotta find everything on this fucking map. Like, it's all, cosmetic shit and all this stuff like that. I'm just like, I gotta get it all. And there's so much of it. It's really overwhelming. And And one thing I appreciate about 3 as opposed to 1 and 2 is they all have been kind of floaty feeling, but this one feels a little tighter, which I appreciate because when it comes to platforming, I don't like feeling like I'm just kind of like, ooh, just like floating around and shit. And yeah, even traversing from lane to lane, I'm calling them lanes because it's essentially what they are. It feels a lot smoother. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel as clunky as it used to.
I really like how they included in this one gadgets, which I don't recall having them in the other ones.
I believe the second one had DLCs you could download that had items like guns and shit.
Okay. Well, these ones are neat because it's like the first one you get is the Pumpinator, and it's basically
Good name.
It's basically like a fan on a gun.
It
You can
blows
put on
and it sucks. Sorry.
Their words.
Their words for sure. But it's really neat because it interacts with the environment entirely. Like you can blow enemies to like fire pits. You can suck up all of the cosmetics towards you, or there's little things on the stage that are interactions that you require to use that device. I actually got the second one, and it's like a teleporter thing. So you put this little helmet on. You've got like an eyeball here, and you shoot orbs out. And the orbs can damage enemies if it lands on top of them. But there's also weird little like blue like shapes, like usually like circles or oblongs up in the air. And if you shoot the orb up and it hits that, you teleport to it.
Okay.
So that was only 2 of like the 5 objects you could get in the game. But I found it a really neat way to change how the game is played. And I can only imagine what people are doing with that in the creative mode. Like the teleporter alone, you could create crazy, crazy scenarios.
Well, I'm even thinking too, like I haven't had a chance to experience it, but it'd be kind of cool to play with like multiple people and everybody has their own different gadget out, and kind of like seeing how you can work together to do things in different ways with because you can only have one out at a time. So when I was playing with that random guy, he was using the Pumpinator, and he was like grabbing everything before I could. So like I was just like, you can do it. I'll platform. I'll grab shit. So yeah, it just made me think of that. How that could work if you had more people. Because I think you can play with like up to 4 people or something.
The last one I played was the first one, but yeah, you can play with 4 people.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see how all the characters interact with each other too, the different character types.
Yeah, exactly. I want to play. I didn't play it like him at all, but the dude who can shrink, I think is really interesting.
Yeah, Toggle. One of the tips in the game, because they give tips, the loading screen was for Toggle. It says, try to dolphin, make him really big, jump in the water, and as he goes down, shrink him to tiny, and it apparently launches them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool that their powers can even affect stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely a game that I played enough, but because I was like, yeah, it's a Little Big Planet. But it's a game I'd like to play more to get a more deeper view of it, because I feel like there's a lot of things you're not getting out of it in the first hour or two. Stuff like that, where you're like, oh shit, you can do this. Yeah. Any last thoughts on that?
One of the I have a gripe with the controls.
Okay.
I can't remember what the buttons are right now, but one of the shoulder buttons is an action button, and the square button, I believe it is a menu button. I wish those were reversed. It just seems like it would make more sense to me. I don't know why they did
The controls are kind of weird. You definitely have to get used to them, for sure.
It doesn't break the experience or anything like that. I just was like, this seems backwards to me. Maybe it's just me, but other than that, I didn't give it as much of a playthrough as the 2 of you did, just because, like I said, I started playing and I was like, So.
Yeah. Last thoughts? Final thoughts? Anything?
Cosmetics.
It's a shitload. I liked it overall. Very charming game. It's very much like the last games with more stuff, which is awesome. I love that things carry over. That's such a great thing to see in that.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it. And I would suggest it to anybody who has played the prior games and loved them. Anyone who saw the prior games and didn't get a chance to play them. Anyone who plays platformers. Anyone who likes creative things in games. If you like making maps or anything like that in a game, this game allows you to do a bunch of really interesting stuff. And anyone who's into just a casual experience that's fun and quirky. Suggestions?
I think anybody can play this game, but if you're looking for something that's like very like much an action-y game, you're going the wrong place. It's very much a simple platformer with interesting cosmetics and interesting mechanics here and there involving stickers. So something casual, something light, something not too heavy.
I'd recommend this to virtually everybody, actually.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't personally find enjoyment in it, I do recognize what it is and how neat of an experience it is, and I think that everyone should at least try it.
Definitely, that's fair.
So.
It's always good when you're not quite into a game, but you still appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's still a good game. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you thought of Little Big Planet 3. Have you played it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Have you not played it? Does this make you interested in it? Do you still not give a shit about it? You never were into them? Let us know.
I couldn't have done it without you, old chum. Come, Titans, let us make buncombe.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Plus Club on Tasty Loot Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasty Loot Gaming. Check me out on Twitch, Sleep Division, all one word. Check Chris out, Tasty_Fruit on Twitch. And thanks for watching, guys. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And until next Tuesday for Taste Tuesday, have a great weekend, guys. A great weekend, guys. And take it easy.